Hey scholars, we're making it towards the end of our project. We're almost there. Today we are going to be working on doing a self-assessment. So by now you should already have, your project should be completed. So today's agenda is going to be a self-assessment of the project so far. You have a little bit of time to do some revision, and then you're going to submit the classwork document at the end of today's class. So what exactly is our classwork document for today? So the classwork is the self-assessment itself. So you're going to use the rubric that you've been using this whole time to complete the table that's linked in your classwork, document, that's linked in Google Classroom. Right, so you're going to go through your presentation and you're going to compare it to the rubric. And then you're going to give yourself an honest grade. Make sure that you're honest with yourself. Remember, we'll take in mind that you're not going to be graded on this, meaning whatever your final scores in the rubric is not your actual final score, because you're going to have time to revise your presentation if you feel like it, if you feel like it needs it. And then you're going to write a reflection on your work, and then you're just going to submit the classwork document for today. That will be your attendance. Okay, before I go, I'm just going to show you guys what this looks like. So it's a very simple table. The categories here, and this is you're going to put your grade here. And then your total score would be down here. So the category, the first one is introduction, and the works cited is the last one. Don't worry, I intentionally left all of this blank because the rubric changes depending on the type of question that you answered. So, sorry, down here it says access the rubric here. Access the rubric here. So then you're going to click on that, and it will bring you up to the rubric that you've been using. And it starts with introduction and then has a list of points. So we discussed already that if you have topics that are revolving around a scientific issue, the rubric looks different than if you have a topic that's focused on presenting a case or finding or implications of some sort. So you are going to fill out you're going to fill out the table based on what type of question you're answering, right? So for example, say your topic is revolving around a scientific issue. So then you're going to read through your introduction. You're like, oh, okay. Does my introduction, it uses background that's not relevant or that's not correct? Let's say that would be a problem. But then you read through your rubric, and then number 2 says uses sufficient and relevant correct background information to make the goal of investigation clear and worthy of study. So like, okay, like I honestly feel like I got a 2 here. So then you would go to your classwork document and then put 2 as your grade. Then the impact on society. So you read through these 4, and then you realize that your slide on this makes a claim that is unclear or incomplete. You think it's accurate, but it might be incomplete. So it's like, okay, like I think I could do better on here. So I am going to put a 2. I'm going to go back to my classwork document. I am going to write, I'll just copy and paste this to make our life easy. We can do shortcuts are always helpful. So my next one's going to be an impact on society. And honestly, here I have a 2 out of 3. And then you can make a note to yourself here, needs to improve, and then if you would like, you can go back to your presentation afterwards and make it better. Like, how can I fix my claim so that it's more relevant and easier to understand for people, and so on and so forth. Right, so you're gonna spend the first 20 minutes of class going through this, and then you're gonna spend the rest of the time correcting your classwork. And then your reflection is just going to be, what can you do to make your presentation better? And be specific. Don't say, oh, I can make it more clear, but focus on a specific place. It's like, oh, I can make on slide 4 where I discuss so-and-so, I can make the details a little bit more clear so that my point comes across like that. All right, and then so when you're done with your self-assessment and then your reflection, then you can submit it. If you realize that you need more columns, the way that you add a column is you put a right click on the table, and then it says insert row above, below, or a column. So here would be inserting a row. I'm going to insert a row below, and then here I get another row. Right, so if you need to add more, that's how you would do it. All right, I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and looking forward to seeing your final projects. Take care, everyone.